Hello and welcome back. For the first time I'm doing tortoiseshell and I'm showing you the outcome first because every step of the way I was just like, this is not looking how it's supposed to or how I want it to. But seeing it at the end just shows that you've got to trust the process because it does turn out okay. I'm using Canni for the base, so for that sheer orange colour, that glass look. And I actually don't have a brown that's dark enough, so I'm mixing a brown shade of mine by Beetles with a black gel polish, which is by Bluesky. Since moving house, I've actually lost a few of my nail bits that really helped me out, one being my palette, so I'm mixing the colours on a mirror today. But it works, so gotta stay positive.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
I've done absolutely nothing to prep my nail, I'll be honest, because this is just for the design. So design purposes only. And I did actually try it out, if you can see the display nail by my right. And it came out awfully. So I just thought, I'll just do it on a real nail. And yeah, it turned out better, to be fair. And I really need to redo these nails. There's some really chunky acrylics on them because they were long before I cut them down. Being lazy rather than soaking them off and starting again, I cut them down, but I thought they'll do because they look nice, but they're just really thick. So I'm going to take all of them off, including this tortoise shell anyway, and do them in my new builder. I do have a video that showcases this really well if you head back to my last video, and that is the product I'll be using to overlay all of these nails. But anyway, back to this video, apologies. This is the blooming gel that I opened to do the display nail, which looks rubbish, but we're using it again anyway, so no problem. That gave me no confidence either. Like, the first time I'm using it, that nail came out rubbish, so I'm glad I just thought, let me do it on my natural nail. We can see that the results are okay, so stay with us. So with blooming gel, remember you're not curing it. As soon as you've put your blooming gel on, you go in with your colour. This is the brown and black mixed together just to make a bit of a darker brown. Still don't think it's dark enough, but I mean, the result. Remember the result. As I said, I feel it's not dark enough, so I've blotted on some black. So I'm dipping into the black before dipping into the black and brown. I know, sounds crazy, but remember the result.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Now, I've actually cured this before I'm going in with the black. So I'm going to put blooming gel on again and then do the black, because on the display nail that I did, I felt like it bloomed that much, if that's even the word, that it blended with the orange and you could barely see anything. So that was annoying. And I think this is a little bit better, because it's actually, once you've cured it, it stays, basically when you're happy with it, cure it before anything interferes and messes up your work. I'm applying the black as close to the brown as possible, so sort of on the edge, kind of like next to it, underneath it. I've done one in the middle of one, thought that might look quite cool. I don't know, I think I probably overthought it, to be honest, and I could have gone a bit further out with it into the more naked patches of nails. Me being me, I'm going to keep adding stuff, so I'm going to add a little bit more black here, and still not happy after I've cured it, so I'm randomly going to add the gold. To be fair, I think the gold really goes with these sort of colours, so I do think it gives it a nice little added touch. I don't know, sometimes you do a little bit more and then you think, oh, it looked better before and I can't go back now, so... But this time I don't regret it at all. Apologies for the bottle of the gold polish. I have managed to, I've let it dry and I got a dotting tool and scraped it all off. Looks great. Should have filmed that part and showed you, to be fair. Now I'm taking my time here because there's a lot of product on the brush, but that's because the first time I picked up barely anything and it annoyed me. So now there's probably a little bit too much, but I'm going to spread it in quite a few places. So we're sure it's going to look good because we've seen the result anyway. So there you go. Now, this would look nicer with a clear builder, and I mean just one coat underneath, because it'd make the nail, when your nail's not very smooth like mine, it would make the finish look smoother, and it'd probably only need one coat, but as I said, design purpose only, I'm taking it straight off, so that would have been a waste of my product. But just a handy tip for you if you're doing yours or your client's nails and you're doing the natural nails before you put any sort of pattern on. Never forget your cuticle oil, and there we have it. Finished, done. Looks quite alright for a first attempt. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for being here.